The security situation is worsening, even if the war in the battle was going on, but we still keep the issue up in order to be able to provide the adequate response to the affected populations.
The call for peace to prevail in CAR has become a dominant theme here, and on a day the continent is marking the 60th anniversary of the formation of the AU's Peace and Security Council, of which the Gambia is currently chairing. The UNFPA official was quick to pay homage to the government of the Gambia for its untiring efforts in ensuring sanity prevails in the CAR and other troubled spots on the continent.
If here anyone question what can the government can do to support all the action in the ground here, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it's quite important to, I would say, to have all the African countries committed to support the work going on here. Mm-hmm. The country is facing some difficulties. Mm-hmm. Despite the political situation, the political reason, I think it's quite important to let prevail the African brotherhood. Mm-hmm. So it's quite important to have all African countries committed to support this country, because the civilians are the ones who are paying the highest tribute. Mm.
With reports of more bloodshed in Bangui, more efforts will be needed to ensure this country, sitting at such a strategic point on the continent, does not suck in the rest of the region in what is looking like a scary sectarian violence. For Grts News is Babukar Senghor.
The National Drug Enforcement Agency Tuesday morning destroyed a consignment of drugs at a ceremony attended by security officials, legislators and diplomats. As we hear in this report by Momolu Jallo, the occasion also accorded stakeholders in the fight against drug to renew their commitment to the elimination of these illicit substances which wreak havoc on society.
The National Drug Enforcement Agency prepared the ultimate operation that would mark the final journey of these drugs seized in a number of operations across the country. The outskirts of the coastal settlement of Bakau was chosen for the burning of the drugs, which include over 1 ton of cannabis, 3 kilograms of cocaine, 4 kilograms of heroin, and 170 grams of hashish. As customary, the drugs were tested before set ablaze. This is an annual exercise undertaken by the National Drug Enforcement Agency to publicly destroy drugs that have successfully been dealt with at the courts. Senior officials of the agency and other stakeholders were at hand to witness the destruction, which they described as evidence enough of the Gambia's uncompromising stance against drug trafficking and abuse.
The NDEA is serious about its fight against drugs as dictated by the Drug Control Act and its subsequent amendments. It's also historic because we want to use this public destruction exercise to amplify the voice of our President, His Excellency, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh, for his declaration in July 2010, in very strong terms, zero tolerance to drugs and corruption.
The West Africa sub-region, according to experts, is fast becoming a major hub for drugs, used as a transit point by Latin American drug barons. Therefore, close collaboration between and among states is crucial in the fight against this global threat.
It's only through cooperation, through talking with each other, through having training programs together, through having joint initiatives that really can, drugs be prevented from entering this part of the world. So the best way that we can have an impact on what's happening in West Africa, what's happening in the sub-region, is nothing that the U.S. can do alone, but it is partnerships with the governments.
The Gambia has registered significant progress in combating drug trafficking, attributed largely to a number of factors, including coordination among security forces and advocacy.
NDA is not only to enforce laws, we also engage in sensitization. We talk to the people out there, and some of them are ready to change. We engage most in sensitization, especially this year 2013. Our office, that is the PR office, is responsible for sensitization, including other outstations of the NDA. We engage more on sensitization. And when you sensitize the people, they become aware of the dangers involved in drugs. At the end of the day, they will want to stay away from drugs.
Now the challenge for the NDA and the country is to cement these gains in order to ensure that the Gambia is completely free from drugs. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
Senior officials of the Gambia Radio and Television Services early this week joined the community of Kabakel to harvest their groundnut produce. The endeavor is part of efforts to show solidarity with President Jammeh's Back to the Land call. Mamadou Diallo has details in this report.
Cropping season, unlike any farmer, it is time to gather the harvest and evaluate one's success or otherwise. Led by its Director General Alhaji Lamin Manga, senior officials of the Gambia Radio and Television Services recently traveled to Kabekel to gather their groundnut harvest. This is the second year the national broadcaster has partnered with this community to answer the President Jammeh's Back to the Land call, and the results this year is a resounding success.
But eat what you grow what you eat is already a household slogan pioneered by His Excellency the President, and obviously GRTS took heed, which started from the works of the late Alhaji Mamadou Sanyang in blessed memory, who always saw to it that we followed the steps of the President. If you remember, we have shown our work in Bonto, in our other farms in Som, and today here we are in Kabakel. And this is just exactly what we're trying to do, just to follow those leads to show that as broadcasters as well, we have to follow those steps to show what we can also do in the field of agriculture.
The DJ and team were in Kabekel to partake in the final activities of stacking up the hay into bags for storage.
This is the first time we are harvesting our farm and getting very good results. If you compare this year to previous years, you could see that we've made a lot of difference. As DG rightly said, we have harvested over almost 15 bags of groundnuts and over 100 bags of hay. And in previous years, you could imagine even to get 10 bags was a problem. So it all shows that there is determination from management. Everybody wants to support the call of the President to go back to the land.
This marked improvement in harvest is due largely to the efforts of Lamin Jawara, the GRTS farm manager, who through his charisma has been able to build mutually beneficial partnerships with the community of Kabekel. Such partnerships, Jawara believes, will yield even greater results next year.
I'm giving a directive that, inshallah, come next year, DG and DDG will see more farm and more produce, inshallah. We promise them that come next year, the country will know that GRTS is not only for microphone and pen and paper. We are the backbone of agriculture in this country. Because any farm, any good yielding, any program, GRTS show the program to people. So we are the mouthpiece of agriculture in this country.
GRTS has always taken the lead in advancing water causes, and this, DG Manga believes, will always remain paramount in its work as a national institution.
If you remember, last year we had made a presentation to the Jammeh Foundation for Peace, and we intend to make another such token this year. Obviously, this year we've done so much better, and we're pleased to display that.
For the community of Kabekel, working with the national broadcaster to advance agricultural productivity is equally a reflection of their unflinching support to the President and his development endeavors. And this Seni Sajo, a native of Kabekel, who is also a senior GRTS cameraman, said, it's just the beginning of an enduring partnership. GRTS has been at the forefront of the President's call through its advocacy, but with these endeavors, the national broadcaster has taken its commitment to another pedestal. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
The report by Mamadou Diallo takes us to our first break. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia. Stay tuned. Mbadingol, ñinen kibaro di banko be kamin baduno. Jaliba ko yade anin kumare ban itole be yintandi kan jama be la ko. Jaliba la album kuta fulol min yalon ko ka folle woli sabo anin alin tuje e paretale adi pareta ka kulli adun kulliyo be kala kubale di banko kanja. Abe kulli la min to male sibitilu ngote na January karo kono na sankuto min kanata in 2014. Abe kala min tole Sahel Fitness Center min be koko ozone balatak. Na special guest fala soto min yalon ko wolbe ma be la je Vivian Sidit anin bala ge de be bola nam fa Senegal kana ma be nyin kulleto. Tikero mujallati ko kemi sabatoro mi programme mini ya sembento ya wolem Banjul Brewers Limited ani XSL energy drink jalba ko yate ani ko mare ban wolle be jama be ko man la nyin kulli bato min be kala Sahel Fitness Center.